It's official. Meghan Markle stripped of royal title and permanently banned from the UK forever. Ever felt like an outsider in your family? Imagine that feeling on a national scale. The tabloids talk about your life, and everyone has an opinion. From Hollywood star to royal duchess, Meghan Markle's journey was fast. Love her or hate her, she changed royal norms. Now, she's lost her royal title and banned from the UK. How did this happen? When Meghan Markle married Prince Harry in 2018, it felt like a fairy tale. It was a story of love and change. But it also made her a target. Joining the monarchy was a big leap for Meghan. It was like acting in a never-ending drama. But this role didn't have a script or a happy ending. Curious about what came next? The honeymoon phase was short. Meghan soon faced media and royal criticism. Ever felt like everyone was watching you? That's Meghan's reality. She joined a family with ancient traditions and her modern views. The tabloids loved every rumor about her. They saw her as a divisive force. Her openness on issues like mental health wasn't welcomed by all. What really fueled the fallout? Meghan's confidence was seen as a threat. Her outspokenness challenged the royal tradition of reserve. They called it Megxit. In 2020, Meghan and Harry stepped back from their royal roles. It was a move to independence. They moved to the US, leaving a divided country. Ever felt like you didn't fit in? Meghan faced extreme scrutiny. She was blamed for dragging Prince Harry away and for rejecting royal tradition. But wasn't she just choosing happiness? Choosing peace over royal glamour? But Meghan's decision to leave wasn't just the end of her royal chapter. It marked the beginning of a new one that culminated in the unprecedented step of her permanent banishment. The relationship between the Sussexes and the royal family continued to deteriorate. Meghan and Harry's explosive interview with Oprah was a shockwave. They spoke openly about family struggles, including racism and mental health neglect. Have you ever felt like you just needed to speak your truth? Meghan and Harry did in their interview. They shared their feelings, but it was seen as crossing a line. Royals are expected to keep their feelings hidden, not share them publicly. Their interview was a turning point, affecting the royal family and the public. Some saw Meghan as refreshing, while others called her a traitor. But the real impact was the palace's response, which was clear and final. The title removal was surprising, but Meghan's ban was shocking. It's rare for a royal to be banned from the country. So why Meghan? Being cut off from your partner's family is hard. Meghan now faces this reality. The palace's decision was a strong message. Some actions can't be undone. This decision affects Harry and their children. They may have to deal with a split heritage. It's a big challenge for them. What's next? The legacy of Meghan Markle's royal exit. Without a title, Meghan's future is uncertain. But she's not giving up. She and Harry are exploring new paths in media, philanthropy, and activism. Some say she failed as a duchess, but her fans believe she stood up for herself. Meghan showed that being true to oneself is important, even in tough situations. Meghan's story is about being true to oneself. She's left a mark on the monarchy, whether seen as a revolutionary or a rebel. Her journey is unforgettable. Now it's your turn. Do you see Meghan as a trailblazer or someone who missed her chance? Share your thoughts or share this article if it resonated with you. Meghan's ban has bigger implications. It makes people question the monarchy's relevance today. The institution is facing scrutiny for its traditions and lack of transparency. Will Meghan's experience change the monarchy? Some think it could make the royal family more adaptable, but it could also widen the divide. Only time will tell if Meghan's story leads to change or reinforces tradition. Public opinion on Meghan Markle has always been changing. Her ban from the UK has made people talk even more. Some see her as a symbol of change against an old institution. Others think she ruined a royal dream. Social media has turned this into a global debate. People use hashtags and memes to show their support. It's all about Team Meghan versus Team Royal Family. What's interesting is how Meghan's ban has changed how people see the British monarchy. Young people like her for talking about mental health and social issues. But some traditionalists are worried about what her ban means for the family's values. So, what do you think? Is Meghan a progressive figure, or did she disrupt a system she promised to respect? This question is at the heart of her story. It's hard to imagine the pressures of royal life. The wealth and privilege might look glamorous, but Meghan's story shows the reality. She gave us a glimpse into the media scrutiny and personal sacrifices of royal duties. It wasn't just about wearing a crown. It was about the weight of that crown. Meghan faced these pressures firsthand, making choices that others only speculate about. While critics say she should have known what she was getting into, others understand that some experiences can't be fully understood until you live them. Meghan's story reminds us that even with luxury, there are unimaginable costs. Ever taken a path you thought would be a dream, only to find yourself questioning it? Meghan's journey is for anyone who has ever second-guessed their choices. Sometimes, the dreams we chase aren't what we expected. After leaving royal duties, Meghan has become a powerful figure in media, philanthropy, and activism. Her voice now reaches millions worldwide, advocating for causes she cares about. Her departure from royal duties has amplified her impact. What Meghan's story shows is that influence doesn't need a crown or title. She's proven you can drive change outside the palace walls. Her courage to break free and use her voice on her own terms might be her greatest legacy. Could Meghan be the start of a new wave of public figures who challenge the norm? Only time will tell, but her example might inspire others to lead with purpose and authenticity. Meghan's story is more than royal drama. It's about resilience, self-discovery, and the power of choice. She entered a highly scrutinized role and left on her own terms, sparking conversations that were once taboo. Perhaps Meghan's journey will be remembered as a moment of reckoning for the British monarchy. It might inspire future generations to rethink duty, loyalty, and authenticity. One thing is certain, Meghan's experience has redefined what it means to be royal in the modern age. So, where do we go from here? That's up to all of us. Whether you see her as a hero, a disruptor, or a woman who chose to protect her peace, Meghan Markle's story invites reflection and challenges assumptions. What resonates with you most about Meghan's journey? Do you empathize with her desire for independence, or do you think she could have stayed within the royal family? Share your thoughts, join the conversation, and let's keep the dialogue going. Whether you're Team Meghan, Team Royal Family, or somewhere in between, this story is one for the history books. It shows that even the most rigid institutions can be questioned, and that every voice has the power to make waves. Meghan Markle's story is more than just about royalty. It's about universal themes that touch anyone who's ever felt misunderstood or challenged the status quo. Her journey teaches us about resilience, courage, and the power of self-identity. Meghan chose to prioritize her mental health over the pressure to conform. She showed us that sometimes the hardest decisions are the ones that protect our happiness and health. Through her openness, Meghan proved that vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. She encouraged us to embrace authenticity over perfection, challenging the idea that we must always put on a brave face. By setting boundaries, Meghan taught us the importance of protecting our peace. In a world that demands constant access to our lives, knowing when to draw the line is crucial for self-care. Becoming a duchess didn't mean Meghan had to give up her values. Her departure from royal life didn't mean losing her voice. She showed us that we can redefine roles to align with our beliefs and values. Meghan's story is still unfolding. She's launching media projects and continuing her advocacy for mental health, racial equality, and gender issues. She's forging her own path, without the constraints of royal protocols. Some believe Meghan's next steps will solidify her as a leading figure in philanthropy. Others see her growing influence in media and activism as a sign of new opportunities ahead. Regardless, Meghan's journey will continue to inspire and challenge public perception. Will Meghan's story mark the beginning of a new chapter in public life? As she and Harry build their legacy, their commitment to creating positive change offers hope that influence and purpose can exist outside traditional systems. Imagine looking back decades from now. Will Meghan and Harry be seen as trailblazers who pushed for a modernized monarchy, or as cautionary figures who faced the struggles of balancing individuality with duty? Their story sets a precedent that could shape the experiences of future royals and public figures. Will their children, Archie and Lilibet, grow up in a world more accepting of change within traditional roles? Their parents' legacy may allow them, and other royal descendants, to embrace their identities with less fear of backlash or judgment. Meghan and Harry's journey could pave the way for a future where individuals within established institutions feel empowered to lead in ways that honor both their personal values and their responsibilities. Why does Meghan Markle's story captivate the world so deeply? It's more than just royal intrigue. It's a modern-day exploration of resilience, self-advocacy, and the complexities of love, family, and loyalty. Whether you see her as a role model or view her journey with skepticism, Meghan's life invites us to reflect on our own lives, decisions, and values. Her story challenges us to ask ourselves, what would we do in her shoes? Would we have the strength to stand up for what we believe, even if it meant stepping away from a dream? How much of ourselves are we willing to compromise for acceptance, and at what cost? Now, as you reach the end of this journey through Meghan Markle's life and legacy, take a moment to reflect. Has your view of her shifted? Do you feel more empathetic, inspired, or perhaps more critical of her choices?